7 members of a Japanese murderous doomsday cult were hanged suddenly last week after more than 20 years on death row. The group, some of whom met their end in a sterile facility called the detention house, were sentenced to death for carrying out a deadly gas attack in 1995. Alongside the US, Japan is one of the few first world countries that still has the death penalty, reports The Sun. Share this article. But unlike America, Japanese inmates are not afforded the luxury of knowing when they will die. Their end could come at any time. Often, inmates are told of their fate the morning of the execution, sometimes even just an hour before. The Asian nation does not normally kill more than 10 people each year. From 1977 to 2007, Japan never executed more than 9 people in any 12-month period. But last week it executed 7 at various facilities across the nation. This included a leader and 6 members of Aum Shinrikyo, a cult that released deadly sarin gas into the Tokyo subway, killing 13. They died by hanging, where the neck is broken by a rope as the body falls through a trapdoor. 3 prison officers simultaneously press buttons to open the trapdoor, so it is not clear who is responsible. This is reduced mental stress. However, inmates are not afforded the same luxury. The UN Committee Against Torture has criticized Japan for the psychological strain the practice of sudden execution places on inmates and their families. The Justice Ministry in 2007 started releasing the names and crimes of inmates sentenced to death. Pictures from inside the detention house show the carpeted floor of the chamber, and the hooks on the wall indicate where the inmate is chained. In the center is the square trapdoor. The red lines marks the spot where convicts stand with the noose around their neck before it opens below them and they plunge to their deaths. The mechanism is triggered by one of 3 wall-mounted push buttons in an adjacent room, pressed simultaneously by 3 officers, although none of them is told which button is the live one that will cause the prisoner's death. It is similar to the method used when capital punishment is carried out by a firing squad, at least one of which will have a blank cartridge instead of a live round, so it is unknown who fired the fatal shot. In a stark contrast, the gray tiled room below, into which the body drops, is cold and clinical. In another room, a golden Buddha statue stands in an alcove for final prayers before the handcuffed convicts are blindfolded and led to their deaths. Opposite the execution room is the gallery from where witnesses can view the hanging. Details on executions had previously been strictly limited, and opponents of the death penalty say the ministry still restricts information.